Chris Byrd, former two-time heavyweight champion.
He is the pride of Clinton, Michigan, the heavyweight no one wants to face, Chris Byrd.
Hi, I'm Chris Byrd, and this is the Bird's Eye View. Today we have with us former champion Wayne the Pocket Rocket McCullough and 1992 silver medalist in Barcelona.
Should have been gold.
Should have been gold medal. Hey, me too.
If the Cubans didn't turn up, we would have got gold.
We got gold. Pocket Rocket Wayne McCullough. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, doing good.
That's great. Hey, what you been up to lately?
Just, see, I got my own gym. I work it every day, and I do a lot of personal training with guys. I trained the Thunder from Down Under guys. Taught them how to fight.
Do you?
So,
wait. You mean
the
Las Vegas dance?
Yes, the Thunder from Down Under. I had about at least 10 guys in here.
Get out.
And I taught them how to fight because people used to pick on them. But now they tell me
hey, big guys.
Yeah, but people thought they were all, just muscle guys and they couldn't fight. And so I taught them how to fight, and now they can handle themselves.
Now they know how to fight. That's cool. So let's go back a little bit. Where you from?
I'm from Belfast, Northern Ireland.
Belfast. So you can notice the accent.
Belfast. I've lost my accent a little bit, but when I go back home, I can see the difference. But when I first came here, nobody could understand what I said. my wife is my interpreter. I talk like I say, talk real fast again. So my accent's changed a lot, but I'll never lose my accent.
Yeah.
I'll never lose that little twang.
You better not.
No, I'll never lose it.
Because you were stud in Ireland.
Yes.
How was your career in boxing? How'd you get started?
I actually got started in boxing when I was about 7 years old. I was probably about 40-something pounds. And I used to work out in the gym and just watch guys and have my first fight. And I fought a guy with about 50 fights. But I trained for 6 months first, and I actually knocked him out in 2 rounds. So I got the bug. I played soccer, wanted to be a soccer player. But I was good at soccer, but wasn't good enough. And boxing was a one-on-one thing that I just loved. And I knew when I was about 15 years old that I could be the champion of the world. That's when I took it serious. And I worked towards the Olympics. And then I knew getting a medal at the Olympics was going to get a good contract.
Yeah, how was your Olympic experience? I mean, how was it?
I actually got the 2 Olympics. I fought in '88 in Seoul, Korea.
Did you?
I was 17 and they weren't going to send me, but I knocked out the national champion twice. I knocked them out twice, and they still weren't going to send me. And then they sent me, and I got to the 3rd round. And then I beat the guy that beat me was Scotty Olsen. You remember Scotty Olsen?
Yeah, Canada.
He beat me. If I beat him, and I fought Michael Carbajal in the
get out!
I fought him
out for America.
He went on to win a silver medal. So
yeah.
I was only a young kid, but the experience I got for the '92 Olympics was, it was unbelievable. And '92 was when I got the silver medal.
So comparing the 2 Olympics, since we're on the Olympic topic, how was Barcelona opposed to Seoul, Korea, as far as computer scoring and talent?
The Cubans weren't there in '88.
Yeah, yeah.
But say '92, when we fought in the Olympics, was the first Olympics in a long time that every nation turned up.
Everybody came, yeah.
So I believe it was one of the toughest, I say, in about 30 or 40 years. And, but just to even get the Olympics is an experience.
Oh, yeah.
To get into the medal stages is a bonus. And to get any color of a medal at all is just, as I say, it gets you a good contract.
Yeah.
And I got an offer to come to America after that. A young kid from Belfast, Northern Ireland, gets to come to Las Vegas and train with Eddie Fudge.
Yeah, great Eddie Fudge.
When I came to, Riddick Bowe was a heavyweight champion, Mike McCullough was in camp, Montel Griffin.
Oh, yeah.
And I was watching, my eyes were like this side, watching Riddick Bowe and Mike McCallum. And I was just like a kid in a candy store. And I was learning a lot just by watching them guys. But to be with Eddie Fudge was unbelievable.
Yeah, he's one of the greatest trainers ever.
I believe he was the greatest. I have to say that. I believe he was the greatest.
That's what Freddie Roach said too.
Yeah,
greatest trainer. Man, so how was your journey as a professional getting to the title?
Well, it was tough as getting the title back then. You had to fight. I won the NABF belt in my 11th pro fight, put you in the top 10. And then I fought, in my 13th fight, I fought an elimination against a guy called Victor Rabanales, who was a former world champion. And that was a fight that was really tough. Wow. I went 12 rounds. And
how many fights did you have at that time?
I was my 13th fight, but I was 12-0 with 11 knockouts. Mostly all Mexican guys, kind of a small guy. Yeah. But I fought Rabanales, and it was a learning experience. It was his 50th fight of my 13th. And I knew when I beat him, I could be champion. Yeah. But I had to wait from my 13th fight until my 17th, and I was #1 contender before I got a crack at the championship. And I went to Nagoya, Japan to fight the world champion in his backyard. And I won a split decision. Should have been unanimous, but I knew going there it was going to be split.
Yeah.
And I beat a guy called Yusui Yakishishi for the WBC belt in my 17th pro fight. So.
Wow, 17 fights.
And I only found out I'm the first Irish guy to win a WBC belt, and I'm the first Irish or British fighter to go to Japan and come back with a belt.
Wow.
I never knew that until about a year ago.
For real?
Yeah, because
Wow.
a guy from Britain went to Japan to fight for the belt, and they said that he was trying to become the second guy since William McCullough. So I didn't even know.
And so you heard it.
I heard it.
I'm the first one?
I'm the first ever from Britain or Ireland.
So the Pocket Rocket on your shirt, your nickname.
I actually changed my name by D-Poll in Ireland to official Wayne Pocket Rocket McCullough.
For
Officially.
real. That's your middle name, right?
Official Pocket Rocket.
Pocket Rocket.
I'm the first fighter to be Pocket Rocket, so I just thought, look, the marvelous Marvin Hagler, I'll do it.
Yeah.
You know, so I changed it officially to Pocket Rocket.
So why Pocket Rocket?
I got that name back in '88 on the Olympic team. I say I was only 17, and a guy called Kieran Joy, she was in his 20s. I'm a tiny guy, but I was really small then. I was fighting at light flyweight, and he said, "Oh, you're small, you can fit in my pocket, and you throw punches like a rocket." So the Pocket Rocket was born in 1988.
So how that style you have? I mean, when you were boxing, I'm telling you, everybody talk about it. This dude throw punches from the bell ring, first round to the 12th round. I mean, constantly bringing pressure. You got to be in great shape. How was your training camps? I mean, was it like crazy, just constantly, a lot of conditioning?
I train the way I fight. You know, a lot of guys thought when I went to the fight, because I threw a lot of punches, I'm going to burn out, but I do it in the gym. In the gym, I'm throwing over 100 punches around. And one of my fights back in Philadelphia in '93, I clocked up 245 punches in one round. 245 in one round. I did that when I was a kid. I always throw a lot of shots. I go forward, and I can take a shot as well, which is good. Yeah. If you can take a shot and keep throwing, you break a guy's heart. And
yes, you will.
A lot of my knockouts in my earlier career, I just broke them down, and then they just gave up. But I trained the way I fought, so it was easy for me. And plus, my heart rate is like in the 40s.
Oh,
I have a low rate, so
that's
I can
great
just keep going and keep going.
Great condition. You can pump out a lot with a heart rate like that. So through your career, did you accomplish everything you wanted to accomplish? You went. Hey, look,
never do.
I know you never do, because now you've done boxing, but you accomplished a lot.
Yeah, well, I knew at 15 years old, my goal was to be champion of the world, and I became champion of the world. And then, when you become champion, sometimes you're like, it's like a anticlimax, and you're like, what's now? And then my goal was to become 3-time, and I believe to this day I was a 3-time world champion, because I moved up in weight and fought Daniel Zaragoza. We got fight of the year, and I lost a 2-1 split decision. Yeah. And I believe I beat him. Eddie Fudge, believed I beat him. And then when I fought Oscar Larios in 2005, the first fight, everybody had me winning, commentators. Then the result was read out, and he won the fight. But I was fighting against the promoter as well that night, so I should have been a 3-time world champion and had 3 WBC belts, but I can't complain with one.
Can't complain.
Can't be picky.
Had a great career, man. Hey, I thank you for being on this show. Great talking to you. I never knew you was in the '88 Olympics. I never knew
Nobody
that.
knows that.
You went to 2 Olympics.
I was a baby. I was a 17 or something.
Yeah, but you went to 2 Olympics, because that one Olympic experience is special enough. But you've been to 2, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey, I appreciate it. Next week we'll have on Kevin Kelly, former featherweight champion of the world.